Well, yes, Reconciliation Week. That's what we were talking about, and finding ways how we can work together as one. Yes, and I love how they've got the design down here with all people holding hands. So I wore this T-shirt for the March for Justice that we did down at Cozy Corner, where we did all the drumming,
Yes.
that big march for justice to say justice now. We need more equality, and I love this design because it's all about the gathering at the waterhole, the continuous circle, no beginning, no end. I mean, there's so many meanings attached to it, and these could represent tracks and people. It could represent the snake and the journey of transformation that a snake symbolizes. And I love these beads too. They're called aninti beads. They
Oh,
go
yes.
with my earrings. Do you know much about the aninti seed, Peter?
No. So can you enlighten us?
Yes, well, these are alive because one day I went into the shower accidentally wearing it, and the next day one seed just boop, burst. Yeah, and then I thought, oh my goodness,
So
can't wear this in the anywhere near water because they are actually alive. Yeah, pop. Yeah. So Reconciliation Week, we're all trying to find ways of becoming more aware of Indigenous people here in Australia.
yesterday evening on the ABC, there was a very short 10-minute news item about handing back or managing our waterways, as in the Murray, the Murrumbidgee and the Darling,
Oh yeah.
and giving authority to some of the Indigenous people to to help. Yeah, and when the knowledge is still there, it's been handed down, and like we were saying last week, the fuel reduction burn, the Indigenous people could do that so much more efficiently
Yes.
than.
Yes, that's right. And they have that absolute blood link to the land, don't they? So, to be able to, it just stands to reason that, that we are able to be led more by Aboriginal people here.
And it's something I hadn't thought about. Obviously, they've still been passed, even though their culture and heritage has been fragmented, they've still been able to hand it down to several generations.
That's right. That's right. Now, an Aboriginal friend of mine actually said that if you've been in Australia longer than 4 generations, that you actually would have some Aboriginal blood in your ancestry at some stage, which is interesting because another friend of mine always had a very strong link to the land, and he felt very connected, and he was always trying to work with Indigenous people in the way that he could make a stronger connection to the land, even with understanding more things about food and bread making, and what was the seed here that was used for a type of, in our words, bread making. So they did have all of that, apparently. But it's interesting because he did go and explore his ancestry a lot more, and he has got Australian Indigenous blood, and it's just so obvious. So it's very interesting how some people just sense and feel it and know that it's there. And it was great that he was able to then go and find a way to prove to himself more than anything. So yeah, it's changed the family's whole understanding. It's like the curtains have just been parted and they're arriving.
Makes sense.
I wish for some of the racist bigots in this country, I wish the curtain had part for them.
I know, which is the reason why there's Reconciliation Week as well. You know, it is really all about education, isn't it? Just bringing it to people's awareness. And, you know, there's so many beautiful things that we can learn about the land through Indigenous culture, you know, in order to respect the land more, rather than looking at it as seeing it as a commodity that provides things, you know, but having this link. So if we take care of the land takes care of us, you know. You take care of Helen, Helen takes care of you. It's a nice thing, isn't it?
So, well, this week I've been harvesting pumpkins.
Wow.
And getting ready to.
You're amazing.
So, so I was thinking about growing the pumpkins, and again, I know we do gardening things, but we plant the seed, the pumpkin grows, then the vine runs, and then the flowers form, and the bees come down and pollinate it. Then the pumpkin grows, and then we pick it and harvest it, and it's very tough in the skin, and we have to cut it up, and out of the center we scoop the seeds, and we dry off the seeds, and a few months later we plant the seeds, and it's the circle of life.
Yes, that's it. That's it. The circle of life. Look at that. It's right there on my t-shirt.
Yes.
Wow. Wow, the circle of life. Yes. Gosh, you always come up with an amazing story. So we have to look at all those gestures again, Peter. So the first thing was your growing pumpkin and
Planting something.
planting. So let's just reach our hands up high. We start to exaggerate it a little bit, and then slowly and gently place our fingers into the soil. Lovely. Let's do that a couple of times. Nice. And then what happens after we plant it?
We get some lovely rain.
Beautiful. So that trickles down, drops gently on the soil.
And then the plant grows up.
Oh, I like the way you're doing that. Yeah. So it looks like it's responding to the sun.
Oh, yes, we could have had the sun.
Oh, yeah, but
after the rain, we could have had the sun.
That's great.
And then the plant grows up. And then, you know how pumpkins, they decide to run. They put out runners.
Oh, yeah. Great. So we could put those runners, you know, behind us, in front of us.
Oh, everywhere.
Yeah, to the side, behind you, reaching up and out. And as you're doing that, vibrating the fingers and the hands, the arm, the shoulder, it's a lovely stretch, isn't it, as the pumpkin stretches out. Is that a leg or do you call it a frond? I don't know.
They're just called runners.
Runners, that's it.
Runners.
Right.
So, and then out on the runners, there comes the flowers. Delicate flowers. They come up and they open, and then the bees come to collect, put the pollen in to
mix the pollen, yep,
to fertilize the flower.
Great. So bees, shall we vibrate our hands a bit to show the buzzing? Great. Warm up the hands. Lovely. Bee lands on the flower. Oh gosh, and it's in a state of bliss eating that nectar.
And then we have this little embryonic pumpkin that starts to grow.
Lovely.
Yeah, that's about the biggest.
And it starts all over again.
Don't go that big.
Ellen says they don't grow that big.
Doesn't matter. We're doing a dance. We can always exaggerate. Larger than life. Lovely.
And then it comes harvest time.
Yep.
And we go and gather them in.
Gather them in. Good. Oh, that's a good shoulder exercise. So it's like you've got to almost lead with your elbow and your shoulder
It's hard.
to gather the pumpkins. Lovely.
And then it's time to cut one up to eat. So it's very hard in the skin.
Mhm.
Yes.
So you
the
need
next
to cut
thing.
it in pieces.
Mhm.
Great. Cutting it in pieces. Great. And we can even keep our flat feet on the floor. We could even rise up on one foot, take it off and cut it. Yeah, nice. I like that. Great. And where does it go then, Peter?
Then we scoop the seeds out of the middle. And we won't go on cooking the pumpkin, but we'll put the seeds aside and dry them.
Okay.
I don't know how yeah. And then it comes planting time again, and we pick out a special seed.
And we start all over again.
And we plant it again. And we finish up with the circle of life, because we've done one complete year.
Wow. Amazing, 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 amazing. Goodness me. So we have to try and find a way to do that without speaking. So we speak with our body. So I wonder, Peter, you will probably remember it more than me because it's in your mind. And I'll do my best to remember. So what about if I put some music on? I'm going to have some Indigenous music, Australian Aboriginal. Can you hear that? All right, we'll follow you, Peter. Start with your seeds planting.
Sunshine. Revelation. Runners. Stretch. Lovely, delicate little flowers, beautiful little flowers. Leaves.
Wow. Beautiful.
Cutting up. Saving seed. Laying the seed. And planting again. Completing the circle of life. Okay.
That's pretty stunning. Wow, all that choreography, it's amazing, isn't it? Fantastic. All right, well, we've got my t-shirt about reconciliation, and we've got Peter's beautiful movements about
Pumpkin dance.
planting seeds and cultivating pumpkins and pollinating with bees. Wow, and flowers. Wow, so much in that. So I hope I can remember all of that, Peter.
I'm sure you will.
I'll take the first thing that pops into my mind for memory. Helen, would you like to present something?
Oh, well, I had a birthday and my grandchildren sent me some little flower pots. They'd, I can see them.
Wow.
They'd each, they were blank and they each painted one.
Oh, that's so gorgeous.
So cute, isn't it? The three Sydney ones. I just popped a birthday candle in there. That one.
That's so lovely. My goodness me.
And
So creative, isn't it?
they're very creative, yes.
Hmm.
Yeah, they've done a beautiful job.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and they're on the little tray. So I just put some little succulents in them, little succulent plants.
Great idea.
Yeah, it was a lovely gift. It was really nice, something to remember them by and
Yes.
something that they could, so they just posted it down, which is lovely. Yeah.
Oh, they posted it. Wow.
Yes, because they live in Sydney. Yeah, so they posted the pots and then I put the succulents in. Yeah.
It's lovely, isn't it?
It's a lovely thought to have something from them. Yeah.
And isn't that great? You know, it's that simple connection of the artwork, the pot, post it, down it comes to down to Torquay, that's where you live.
That's it, yes.
And then you plant it, a little succulent, and I'm sure you've taken a photo and sent that to them.
Yes, they were delighted with it. Yes, the photo, yeah.
It's about connection, isn't
Connections,
it?
yes.
Connection going. Same reconciliation. Keeping the awareness of connection to a sense of place to the earth.
Yes, that was just lovely.
Peters too, you know, a connection again. If we look after the land, the pumpkin seed will generate, and then you cultivate it, and it just takes on its form because you're taking care of it. It takes care of itself, and then what do you get as a reward? Pumpkins.
Yes.
All that connection, isn't it?
Yeah, and every time I look at this, I think of the grandchildren, so that's always nice too. Yeah.
Fantastic.
And I put the initial on the bottom of who painted which one.
Idea.
They had a little note in it to say who'd painted it, so yeah. So I know which child painted it. Yeah, so that's lovely. Yeah.
Oh, fabulous. Well, keep them there because we'll see if we can make a dance up about it. So what I'm seeing is the pot, and I'm seeing the beautiful colours and the designs on each pot. And what do you like about the pots the most, Helen, besides they represent your grandchildren?
Rainbow colours, I like.
Probably the colours and the symmetry. You know, there's three of them and they're round. And then the rounded tray that they're on.
Yeah.
It's a sort of light. It's a light cement or something they're made of. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
And
we'll start with the roundedness.
Yeah.
See, look, here's our circle again. So
that circle, yes.
roundedness
That circle.
and how they're going up.
Yes.
And then let's twist our wrists here so that we can, it looks like we're going around the pot. That's a nice little warm up for the shoulders and the hands. Good. And then going down. Lovely. And then let's do that 3 times because you've got 3 pots. And then perhaps we could start smaller, and then It gets larger as it gets to the top, doesn't it?
Does, yes. Yep, there's the,
That 3 times. Nice. Okay. And you did something like this with your fingers, saying that it's a type of ceramic.
yes, and they I suppose I put soil in them.
Yep.
And then a plant, and then sort of, you know, pressed it in, so to speak, and then watered it.
Yeah. Beautiful. Good. So let's say that you're putting soil into it.
Mm-hmm.
One hand on top of the other, and then you got your plant, put it in the middle,
Mm-hmm.
and then you press the soil
Press
down.
down.
Good.
Yes.
So I'm doing this sort of action of pressing down at a horizontal level. Great. Pressing. Lovely. Anything else you would like to add?
Then I watered them.
Yeah, the watering action.
Watering can. Yeah, just a little watering can.
Yeah, so let's exaggerate that a little bit more by dropping the hand down, up, and pour. Down, up, and pour. Yes, because the dance is all about an exaggeration of an everyday activity. Fantastic.
And they are growing. Yes, this one especially. Yeah.
Succulents are great, aren't they?
They are, aren't they? They're so easy care. Yes.
Okay, well, let's see if we can put all of that to movement. And I'll see if I can remember. And if there's something that pops into your mind and it hasn't gone into my mind, then just come forward and do the action.
Okay.
Now, we'll start with you. You'll go first with your
Okay.
reconciliation.
That's right, because it's the circle of life is in there.
Yes.
And Helen's pot is in there.
Yes. And your pumpkin.
Reconciliation is coming together, isn't it? Unification.
Gee, my shoulders are getting a good workout this morning.
Excellent. All right, here we go. Is that okay? Yay. Oh, fabulous. You'll have to show your grandchildren the dance you're making up. Fantastic. So
They love dancing.
great. So I thought also what we might try is, how in Aboriginal dance they step very beautifully
Mm.
when they have that connection to the land and to the earth and to the ground. And that's because every step that they take is a sacred connection to the earth. So we might practice some of their movements as well. But before we do that, let's warm up our hips and our feet a little bit more as well. I'll put the music. Are you happy with this music?
Yes,
Oh,
it's good. I
terrific.
think it fits well.
Yeah, great. All right, let's play it. Focus on the feet. Change hands. Yes. Great. Yes, let's our chairs out of the way. And we'll begin to step lightly on the earth. Good, so we're going to just honour the connection of your foot to the earth. So it's all about finding the connection of the sole of your foot to the earth. So let's just do this very, very slowly. So we're standing on two legs. The first thing we have to do is breathe out and bend the knees. Good, so find that very comfortable for yourself. But have a look where your hips are, yeah? Just place your hands on your hips and then take your feet so they're right underneath your hips, not here or unbalanced, yeah? So right underneath your hips. So you've got your toe, your knee in line with your hips. So my hips are here, so I'm not having my feet here. I've got them right in line. That's it. Lovely. And then from there, just bending the knees, dropping the knees, making them nice and spongy, dropping down to the earth. Your arms are just hanging. And then you're lengthening up your spine, up your waist, right up through your chest, through your neck, and out through the top of your head, right up to the sun. Yep. So now from there, start to tilt your head forwards with your torso, so you're bending at the hip. Yep, so it's like you've got your tailbone behind you, but your spine is still nice and long. Good, but still keep this relaxed feeling. Lovely. And so now we're going to step heel, ball, toe, heel, ball, toe. Good, keeping the knees bent. That's it. Lovely. And so as you step, you're going to transfer your weight from one side of the body to the other. That's it. Good, and as you're transferring your weight, start to feel the connection of the skin cells on the base of your foot, because that's what's helping you to remember that you've got to balance. Yeah. So it's all those receptors in your foot that are telling you how to go and shift your balance from one side of the foot to the other. And that connection to the earth is very, very sacred, of course, for all Indigenous people. And that's what we can learn from Indigenous people, is their beautiful connection to earth, and that every step that you take, you celebrate. So that every step that you take becomes a celebration, and every step that you take becomes a celebration of life. And don't we all know how fabulous it is to walk on 2 feet? Lots of people cannot walk on 2 feet. And we want to celebrate that. So every step you take is sacred. And even if you're going backwards, you would step toe, ball, heel. If you're going forwards, you're stepping heel, ball, toe. Lovely. Doesn't matter what dance style you do anywhere in the world, human bodies are the same, because we have to step heel, ball, toe if we're walking forwards. If we're going backwards, we've got to step toe, ball, heel. We can't go heel, ball, toe backwards. We can if it's a funny sort of dance. So yeah, what I think I might teach you is this lovely, it's a cultural dance called Na Na Naka Na. And Brendan from the Kingfisher Festival taught us this. And it's about Mother Earth looking here, looking everywhere. So let's just do this with our hands. Yeah, going out. And it's as if she's searching, a little bit like the runner of Peter's pumpkin. Yeah, it's like the runner. It's searching where it's got to grow and unfold. So you're looking and you're stepping and looking and pointing at how, you know, Mother Earth is just constantly developing and growing and reproducing herself all the time. So look of wonder, and at the same time you're making that sacred connection to the earth with your feet. Yeah, lovely. Good. And then there's a part in the dance where as you're looking, it's like you're in wonder. It's like, wow. So to show that action, you're going to have your hands be apart. That's it. Try it on the other side as well. Good. So you go from the center and it's like, wow, it's amazing. And then the sound that goes with it is, woo! 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 Lovely. And then if you want to, you could try with the woo, you actually have to bring your heels up and then place them down. Good. Just try that. Heels up, place them down. So you rise up onto the ball of the foot. It's pretty tricky, but you've got to keep your head in one spot. Don't let it rise up. Keep your head in one level, and just bring your heels up. It's very strengthening for your thighs. Yeah. Good. So it's like a maze and a wonderment of this connection to Mother Earth. So we go searching and looking, and we're amazed at how Mother Earth completely reproduces herself all the time. And then there's the end of the movement phrase where you're in wonderment. Great. So let's shake our legs out a little bit here. And this is the chant. So it means looking here, looking there, looking everywhere. And it goes like this. I'll say it once and then you repeat it after me. Na, na, naka, na, naka, na, na. Your turn.
Na na nakama nakama na.
Na, na, naka, na, naka,
Na ma nakama na na na.
Nakana, 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 na.
Nakama 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 ma.
Yes, fantastic. So this is how the dance goes. I'll show you. So it's looking here, looking there, looking everywhere. Na na naka na naka na na. 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 Nakana, 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 na. Yes. So it's not a traditional dance, it's a cultural dance that Benno made up. Brendan Marks is his name, and he's from Hamilton. And it's a cultural dance, so of course I'm allowed to share it. It's something that he created himself, of course. So let's have a go. See if you can learn this Aboriginal dance. So you've got looking here, looking there, looking everywhere. So it's up to you, but you step and make the connection to the earth. So you decide where you're going to step. Yeah? Let's try it. Na na naka na naka na na. 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 Naka na naka na naka na na. Great. And then we'll start our dance with myself with my reconciliation t-shirt, and we'll step lightly on the earth, making every step sacred. And then we'll go into Peter's, and then we'll go into Helen's. So we might help each other to remind each other what our movements are. Yep. So Peter, if you want to lead yours, please do that. Or Helen, you could do the same.
Okay.
All right, let's see what we come up with. Ooh, here we go. So stepping lightly, connecting to the earth. Here we go, Peter, the pumpkin. Where are we up to? Oh, the bee. Fabulous. Let's do Okay, here we go, Helen. Oh, right on cue.
Yes.
Fantastic. And right on the email donger too.
Sorry about that.
Peter, that's a great shape. Look how fantastic and grounded you look there. Let's do that again. Yeah, I can't see your feet, but that's all right. I can tell you're grounded by the way your hips are. So your knees are bent, feet are up.
I'm having trouble keeping my head when I go.
Oh, okay. Yeah, well, just maybe I'll go side on so you can see. So feet are apart about as the width of the shoulders, and then the knees are bent over the toes. And then what happens is that you go up the back of your spine and out through the top of your head. Imagine you've got a tail behind you, but it really is just the energy going out through your lower spine and out through the top of your head. So rather than your back take your weight, it's your rump that takes the weight, because this is a really strong muscle, of course. Yeah. So let's just hang there and drop down a bit. Nice. So there's a counterbalance, a little bit like pouring the watering can in Helen's drink. A drink. Oh, what? You're hot. That's it. Great. And then so from there, what we've got is the arms drop at the elbows. Good, I'll turn front onto you now. And so all you're doing is lifting your heels, nothing else, up onto the balls of your feet. And you really work the arches of your foot to do that.
It's hard.
So everything is balanced.
Yeah.
The head stays still, and you use the arches of your feet like lightning rods are coming up out of the earth. It's a very strengthening movement for thighs and knees and your arches of your foot, and it's a balance. And if you see this action, yeah, you see this shape on a lot of the rock carvings up north of Australia. And I actually am inspired by that. That's what became Wild Moves.
Ah,
Okay?
right.
W,
Well,
and then this is the M.
yeah.
Moves. Love it. Good. Okay, shake the legs out a little bit, and the body, the shoulders, and the hips, and the feet. Lovely. And let's just find our seat. And we'll do a little stretch here. So sitting down, sitting bones, bending the knees. The last thing is the head coming up. Good. Let's just drop the shoulders up and down. And we're going to do a little stretch. So keeping the sitting bones still and lengthening up the spine. Let's put our elbows up. We might even have our little circle of life here. That's it, but go up a little bit higher. And we're going to take one hand behind us and unfold, and then come back to center and breathe out and come back to center. And then with the elbows, we'll try twist, twist, unfold. Twist, twist, unfold. So it's a little bit like the runner, Peter's pumpkin running. And unfold.
That's gone.
Twist, twist,
Okay.
unfold.
She won't be able to see.
Can you hear me, Helen?
Sorry, it's gone a bit peculiar. Yeah.
We're reprogramming.
Reprogramming. It's good to reprogram. Neuroplasticity.
That's what it is.
And look, doesn't that look like a cell? And all the runners going off from the cell, developing new neuroplasticity in our brain. I can make meaning out of anything.
You can.
All right.
Give
Now,
me-
you do that, and I'm going to get my candle.
Okay. No, I don't think I can do it unless I go out, come in again. Cancel. Let's see. No, it's not. I can't get it back. I bet. Can't get it back. Can't get you back, Jackie. Can you hear it?
Okay.
Can you?
I'm just showing my candle here. It's very round, the same size as the design on my T-shirt.
Yeah. Can you hear us, Jackie?
Yeah, I can hear and see you, no problem.
Oh, I can't.